going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel Fragrance Journey. Hopefully everybody's having a blessed day. Hopefully everybody's having a blessed week. Today we're going to be speaking about the house of Frederic Malle. It's a house that I've really been diving into lately. I already had a bottle of Promise, really beautiful fragrance that I really enjoyed. I've been kind of putting the house to the side. If you watch the channel, you know I always try to speak about unknown fragrance houses or less talked about fragrance, indie niche fragrance houses. But I got my nose on a couple Frederic Malles and I decided to go ahead and build my collection up and grab a few bottles. When I mean a few, I think I've got 13 bottles here. I have 2 samples. One of them I really enjoy and one I may add to the collection. But I just wanted to show you my Frederic Malle collection and speak about the fragrances that I own from the house. The first fragrance I want to speak about, and I have a sample of this one. This is Music for a While. This is a really beautiful lavender, pineapple, fruity type fragrance. I think it has some star anise in it also. It's really nice, and it's one that I would really like to add to my collection eventually. But the price that I'm seeing the bottles for right now, I'm not really wanting to pay that much for it. So if I end up finding a bottle for a really good price, I may add that to the collection also. But it's a really beautiful, almost fougere, aromatic, pineapple, lavender, star anise. I think it's got some caramel, some sugar, vanilla. It's got all kind of sweet notes in the dry down, but it's really nice and one I would eventually like to add to the collection. Another one I like but I'm not sold on is Vetiver Extraordinaire. It's nice. Almost get like a pencil shaving woody type vetiver vibe. Kind of spicy in the opening. It's nice, but I'm not sure it's full bottle worthy. I did see a 50 ml bottle somewhere for a really good price, but I decided to pass on it. Let's get to the full bottles. The first one I want to speak about is one that everybody knows and everybody loves. Some people have this as the greatest rose fragrance ever created. This one is Portrait of a Lady. I had to add this one to the collection. It's one I had to get just because it's one of the most beautiful rose fragrances I've got my nose on. It features notes of rose, clove, raspberry, blackcurrant, cinnamon, patchouli, incense, sandalwood, musk, benzoin, and amber. It definitely has a beautiful, really realistic rose, but it does have some dark nuances to it, some fruity nuances to it, and the dry down with the patchouli is just outstanding. I do think that may be one of the best rose fragrances I've smelled. I would have to do a rose video, but I'll have to sit down and break them down as far as before I do the video, but I think that is one of the best rose fragrances I've smelled. The next one we'll talk about, we'll get out a couple of the ones that everybody's already seen reviews on. This one is Carnal Flower. This is one I really didn't enjoy off a sample I had. It may be the coconut that's in it because I can't stand the smell of coconut or the taste of coconut. But after testing it for a while, I could definitely get past the coconut. The tuberose is kind of green, and it's actually really nice. It's got great performance, great longevity, blah blah. But it's definitely a blooming tuberose surrounded by white florals. It's really nice, but you've got to be somebody that really enjoys tuberose to like that one. Next one up, let's go with we'll go with this one. Next one up is Iris Poudre, and this one is one I actually blind bought. This one is not overly complex. This is ylang ylang, carnation, rosewood, bergamot, orange, aldehydes, violet, lily, rose, jasmine, magnolia, iris, musk, sandalwood, vetiver, vanilla, amber, and ebony tree. If you listen to that, you know this is a big bomb of floral notes surrounded by aldehydes. It does have some woody nuances to it also, but it's definitely just a lot of florals surrounded by a huge amount of aldehydes. I really enjoy it. One of my buddies said it smells like an old woman, but I think it smells really vintage and really nice. But I am a floral head, so definitely if you're in the floral notes and you like aldehydes, similar to some of the Chanel fragrances, I think Chanel number 19 or 22, definitely check out Iris Poudre. Definitely a nice fragrance. The next one up we'll talk about is another one everybody knows of. This one is Musc Ravageur. This is one that I got my nose on while I was in Paris, and I didn't buy a bottle then. And I kind of hate that I didn't buy a bottle then because it did smell a little more dirty when I got my nose on it then. This may be a newer batch or newer batch. And it doesn't really smell that dirty. It's lavender, tangerine, bergamot, cinnamon, clove, vanilla, musk, tonka bean, amber, sandalwood, guyakwood, and cedar. It's definitely sweet. Has some spices in the opening. A bit of a musky nuance. I have got my nose on a fragrance from the house of Iris Parfums called Night Flower, I think. And it smells so similar to this fragrance. I'm not even gonna say that, but it smells very similar to this fragrance. I'm probably gonna pick it up so I can do a comparison video, but it's really, really nice, just like this one. This is musky, it's sweet, it's spicy, it's, you know, a little bit woody. Nice fragrance, not my favorite from the house. You'll probably be surprised at what my favorite from the house is, but that's Musc Ravageur. Nice fragrance. I think a little bit overhyped, but everybody likes different things. The next one up we'll talk about is one that I could not stand when I first got my nose on it, because I really did not enjoy the note of Angelica. And one thing with the house of Frederic Malle, they used a lot of geranium, and a couple fragrances have Angelica. This one is Bois the Orange, or AKA French Lover. This is one that definitely gives off a vintage vibe. It's spicy. You've got green nuances from the Angelica. This does have galbanum in it. It's got a beautiful, beautiful vetiver and oak moss dry down with some musk. This is not overly complex, but it's very, very masculine. It does have a bit of a woody nuance to it also, so definitely one I would test before you buy. I'm glad I was able to smell a lot of these. The person I purchased these fragrances from was kind enough to send me samples of basically the whole line, so I was able to smell everything before I bought it. The next one up we'll talk about is another one I did not enjoy when I first got my nose on it, but after a while it kind of, you know, settled in on me and I started to like it. It's Noir Epices. Hopefully I said that right. I always want to say Epices, but it's Noir Epices. This one is not overly complex either. This one is rose, orange, spices. Let me see. This is orange, geranium, rose, clove, nutmeg, pepper, cinnamon, sandalwood, patchouli, cedar, and vanilla. This one opens up very spicy, almost like an allspice, surrounded by a beautiful rose. It's got a lot of orange and some geranium also. Doesn't really change a lot on my skin. It does feature some woods towards the dry down, but the top notes really stay with the spices, the geranium, the rose, the orange. That pretty much stays around, and then it becomes a little bit more woody. That's really the only change I can see in that one. But it's really, really, really nice. Two of these I picked up because I knew they were going to be discontinued, so I went ahead and grabbed full bottles of them. And this was another one I sampled while I was in Paris, and I thought it was nice, but I didn't know if I needed a full bottle of it. This one is Dries Van Noten, or Dries Van Noten. This one I heard is being discontinued, so I went ahead and picked up a full bottle so I can have it in my collection. I've got a couple of samples of it this size, so I wanted to dip into my bottle. So let me see. The notes on this one are sandalwood, vanilla, saffron, nutmeg, tonka bean, guyakwood, patchouli, musk, woodsy notes, cloves, pearl blossom, jasmine, bergamot, and lemon. This one to me is not overly complex either. It's very woody. It's got a creamy, sweet, buttery biscuit type vibe to it, or a buttery cookie. It's not overly complex like I said, but it's a really nice sandalwood. It does have some sweet nuances and sweet features to it. But I think that's definitely in the winter time. This one is definitely gonna shine like up under a turtleneck or something. That's gonna pop off. Definitely. But I won't be spraying that one because I've got, like I said, I've got big samples of it. The next one might be my favorite from the whole collection, and this is one I was able to get a OG version of the fragrance. Luckily, I don't even think they knew what they had when they sold it to me. And this one is Une Fluer De Cassie. And this one is so good. But you gotta like Cassie. You gotta like Mimosa. It gives off a waxy, musky, floral type vibe with Mimosa. Man, it's so vintage, so seductive, and it's got that musky nuance, so it's kind of sexy. Wow, that's so good. I've heard people say they get like, I heard somebody said they butt sex or something like that. I don't know about that, but this one is really nice. But you gotta like florals, you gotta like musky type fragrances, you gotta like Mimosa. And this one also has rose in it too, but I don't get a lot of the rose, to be honest. This one doesn't have a lot of notes. It's Mimosa, sandalwood, jasmine, cassie, vanilla, rose, aldehydes, and musk. Very musky, waxy, floral, really nice. The next one up is another one I think that will be getting discontinued. I've heard, and this is another one I really enjoy. You gotta like the notes of rose and jasmine to really enjoy this one. This one is Superstition, or Superstitious. I said Superstition. Superstitious. This one is not overly complex either. This one is humongous aldehydes. I mean, humongous. It's almost like big aldehydes like Rien Intense. The aldehydes are crazy. But then you've got a beautiful rose, you've got some jasmine, you've also got, I'm trying to see what other notes. You've also got a patchouli note that you can get, and I also get a little bit of the pear with some sweetness. But this is an aldehydic bomb. I'm talking about humongous aldehydes. Like I said, if you got your nose on Rien Intense, think about that. But with rose, jasmine, vetiver, patchouli, peach, it's got a little bit of an amber vibe to it and some incense. It's really nice. You know, I just found that out. I just noticed that the Rien Intense and Superstitious, the bottle colors are the same. They feature some of the same notes. Well, not same notes, but they're very aldehydic. The next one we're gonna speak about is another one that I really enjoy. And we're leading up to my favorite from the line. And this is one that's really gonna be nice in the summertime too. I mean, not in the summer, in the wintertime. This is Monsieur. This is Monsieur. This is a patchouli. Big patchouli. Big woody patchouli. Very masculine. Chest, shirt open, chest hair sticking out. This is rum, tangerine, patchouli, incense, cedar, amber, musk, and vanilla. Definitely boozy on the top. You definitely get that tangerine. It's very noticeable. And then the patchouli and the incense are just humongous. You do get a little bit of vanilla and musk towards the dry down, but this one is a straight up manly man patchouli. But I think it'll probably work well on a woman also, but that's definitely gonna pop in the wintertime. I'm trying not to make each one of these I talk about too long because I still got 3 left. The next one up is Dominique Ropion. This is Frederic Malle. This is Promise. I've had this one for a while, maybe 2 years now. Still seems to be getting better. I think I know the notes on this one, to be honest, but let me make sure I'm saying them right. This one features notes of apple, pink pepper, rosemary, Turkish rose, Bulgarian rose, clove, nagamartha, patchouli, labdanum, castoreum, and ambroxan. This one is really nice. Big green apple, some rose. You got that cypriol or nagamartha, which give off that leathery type vibe or ambery vibe. It does have a bit of a dirtiness to it, so I guess that could be the castoreum shining through. I don't really get much of the rosemary or the ambroxan, to be honest. But this one is a complete. This is almost what you would call a masterpiece, to be honest. One of the best fragrances I've got my nose on. One that I would never part with. I really don't spray it a lot either, to be honest. The next one up, and I hope I say this name right. And this one I really enjoy. And I was shocked that I liked this one. But again, my nose is changing. I'm starting to enjoy green notes a lot more. So, oh man. This one was done by Jean-Claude Eleanor. This is Angeliques Sous Pluie. Hopefully I said that right. And I don't hear many people talk about this one. But this one is green. It's very transparent. Definitely got a bit of a woodiness to it also. Some spices, beautiful musk. Yeah, I've heard people complain and said this doesn't last on their skin that long. I get probably 6 hours out of this one, and that's about all I need, to be honest. That'll last me a whole work day. And I usually won't reapply, to be honest, but that's definitely one that's really nice. Again, it's green, it's transparent, it's woody, it's crispy, it's clean. Wow. Really, really, really nice. If you haven't gotten your nose on that one, that's definitely a sleeper from the house. My last one will probably be my favorite from the line. And I know this video's probably been kind of long. And this one is probably my favorite. This one is Lys Mediterranee. This is one of the best floral fragrances I have gotten my nose on. And I've been doing this for almost 3 years now. This has got to be one of the best floral fragrances I've smelled. Not overly complex, but man, and I'm not one that even likes aquatic notes. This is seawater, ginger, lily, lotus, angelica, orange blossom, musk, and vanilla. That is just like swimming in the ocean. And I think I said this in a prior video, surrounded by beautiful lilies. The breeze is flowing. Wow, you're just getting the aquatics, you're getting the sea notes, you're getting the lily, you're getting the lotus, bits of angelica for greenness. It's got a beautiful musk in it. I must say that that's probably my favorite fragrance from the house of Frederic Malle at the moment. There's a few I haven't got my nose on. I haven't smelled Une Rose. I haven't got my nose on Lipstick Rose. There's a couple more, not many though. Not many that I haven't smelled. I think those two may be two of them that I have not smelled. The rest of them I think I've got my nose on. So that is my Frederic Malle collection. Hopefully this video wasn't too long. I think I started 2 months ago with 1 bottle, promise. And we've been working my way up. I've been working my way up. So that collection is pretty much complete unless I find a bottle of Music for a while for a really cheap price, which I doubt I will. So I'll be cool with my sample. But if you can, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Tell me what's your favorite fragrance from Frederic Malle. What fragrances do you own from the Frederic Malle house? Do you like the Frederic Malle house, or do you not give a damn about the Frederic Malle house? Leave a comment down below. Tell me if you like it. Tell me if you love it. Tell me if you don't give a damn. Again, like, subscribe. It definitely helps the channel. If you woke up today, you're definitely winning. Hopefully this video wasn't too long because I was talking my off, and I'm out.